Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Fashion Doll Dreamer, and today I'm not actually doing a deboxing per se. It's more just having a look at this doll which I had as a kid, so she has a special nostalgic value for me, and that is Magic Curl Barbie from 1981. I had the Caucasian version, as you can see in her box. I got her NRFB. I had her as a kid and loved her to death, played with her endlessly. She was one of my favorites. Even had the Barbie bubble bath as well that she was often advertised with, and she was also on the box cover, and I'll show you that. So I loved her, and I also photographed her quite a lot. She was one of my favorite photographic models because I used to take pictures back then when I was a kid with my little Kodak camera. I've only got one remaining photo of her that I'll show here, where she's wearing that superstar red brocade fashion, and I cropped Ken out, so I can't even remember the type of Ken he was. I'm thinking he was a super sport Ken, I'm not sure. Or even maybe my, no, I don't think he was my Now Look Ken. But yeah, so I'll show you that photo as well. My last remaining photo, I don't know how I ended up with just that one photo. I used to have tons of them when I was a kid. But I think it was in like one of the albums that I took with me once I left home. But yeah, so I loved Magic Curl Barbie. The reason I loved her is because she was very much of her time. Barbie was always at the vanguard of fashion, as we know. She was ahead of every, cultural trend, every fashion trend. And these dolls are very much of the 1980s, the early 1980s there. You can see I've got the black, or the African American version, or the colored version, or whatever you want to call her, the dark complected version. I bought her just after I got the NRFB doll. Once I just gave up when I got the NRFB Caucasian doll, because I thought I'm never going to get the one I really want, which is the black version, or the African American version. And lo and behold, as what usually happens in collector land, about a couple of weeks later I found her at a very decent price, and as you can see, she's beautiful and very minty. Comes with even her hairband, her hair ribbon there, and her dress, and even came with some of these accessories. Hence, that's why I'm not really doing a deboxing on my Caucasian doll as planned. I might slip her out of the box, just so you can see the contents inside, because it's one of those boxes that have the tab opening. I'll show you that. Yeah, so we might do that.
Isn't Barbie ready? Ken's been waiting for hours.
Western Ken doll sold separately.
It's her hair.
Here's Magic Curl Barbie.
Barbie likes it curly. Ken likes it straighter.
With Magic Mist Solution and lots of brushing, you can change Magic Curl's hair as often as you like.
We've changed it 10 times, and she wants it curly again. Better fix Ken's sandwich.
Magic Curl Barbie doll. Magic Mist not for use on other Barbie dolls. Western Ken doll sold separately from Mattel.
You girls ready?
Don't come in, Dad. Barbie's taking her bubble bath.
This is the Barbie Bubble Bath. You have to put it together. Magic Curl Barbie doll sold separately.
Ooh, some mini bubbles. Time to rinse off now, Barbie. Wow, the shower really works. Doesn't Barbie look pretty, Dad?
Maybe I should try a Barbie bubble bath.
Barbie Bubble Bath comes with everything shown. Magic Curl Barbie doll sold separately from Mattel.
And there we looked at some of the ads that were on TV to introduce Magic Curl Barbie there, and a TV ad for the bubble bath that she was often shown with, in all the advertising and on her box cover there. As I said though, these dolls were very much of their time, especially that big curly hair. Now, big curly hair in the early 1980s was everywhere. Everyone had a big frizzy perm, and I'll show you some magazine shots here to show from that time, because I used to collect vintage fashion magazines as well, and I started around the early 1980s, so I had plenty of shots to show you there of that. But not only with her hair, and great thing about her hair too, I should mention, is that as you can see from the box there, you can straighten it and curl it again with some magic solution, and you could even see that in the TV ads there. But also it's that fabulous prairie dress. Now a lot of collectors now think it's quite dowdy, but back then those prairie dresses were huge. They were everywhere. They were such a big look, especially by the likes of designers like Ralph Lauren and Laura Ashley, and you can see some examples of what they were producing at that time here. So it's actually, yeah, very, very much of their time. I mean, now, of course, there's that whole cottagecore thing online, on TikTok and Instagram and all of that, which is basically a retread of this trend from the early 80s. Now, of course, that look was around before the early 80s, but that's when it really took off worldwide. Or the last time it did, I should say. Let's have a look there of that spectacular dress there. Came with a ribbon waistband, and I'll show you that in a sec. The puff sleeves and that big flounce at the end, at the hem there. There's also some beautiful embroidery there. And isn't she beautiful? We should see her. It's not a good shot. I'm getting a lot of glare, but anyway, we'll take a better look at her box now. So as you can see from the box, it says curl, straighten and curl again, which talks about her hair of course, and Magic Curl Barbie, and it says gorgeous hair you can curl, straighten, curl again, from fun to glamour looks and back. Now there are two different types of boxes that were available for this doll. I don't know if one came before the other or they're at the same time. I'm guessing this is the earlier one. This is the one I had when she was first released, but I like this box better. I mean, it's a bit messy with the graphic design at the front, but you have those superimposed heads there, just, you know, superimposed over each other, with the text, with the copy there underneath there. The other box, which I'll show you here, had those three photographs in separate circles, which is a little neater, and the Magic Curl I think was in the white that you'll see there instead of the black. So I'm guessing this was the first box, and then the second one was that other one with the neater graphics at the top, at the front. I did want this one though, because this is the one I had as a kid. I remember the box really well. I loved the box art when I was a kid. But yeah, there you go. So that's the front of the box, and that's the back of the box. And you can see she's wearing her towel wrap, which comes with the doll, so it's included with the doll, and I really wanted that too. Don't ask me why, maybe because I'm going to get the bubble bath in the future. I can't afford it now at the moment. I've overspent as always. But yeah, I love that little towel wrap. I loved it as a kid too, and I wish I kept it. It's one of the few things I actually did wish I kept, because it's so handy. But there she is with her hair all puffed up and curly and wearing the towel wrap. And there's that vanity as well, which my black Barbie also came with. You can see the accessories in there as well, and the little hand towel in yellow. And it says Magic Curl Barbie, Barbie gets a perm, just like in a beauty parlor. Perms, as I said, were all the rage back then in the 80s, 1980s. Everyone had a perm. I even knew quite a few very macho guys in high school that got perms as well. I luckily had, when I had hair, I mean, you've probably seen me before in my videos, I'm bald now, but I had very curly hair, or very wavy hair. I could just frizz it up with my hands in a bit of water and it would go really curly. And it was kind of those curly mullets that were around. God forbid, I mean, I would never wear that in a million years today. I mean, some guys do, but yeah, so everyone had a perm. Now that's quite extreme. That looks more like an afro, right? But that's Barbie. She does go to extremes, I guess. Includes towel wrap, yeah, which is pretty cool. I wish I could focus here. This is not focusing at all, excuse me. Here's how it's done, and there is some instructions on how it was done there. I'm not going to go through that. You can read that. You can freeze frame it, read it if you want, and you can store it in the ad, and there's just the information there and all the contents. And She was Darling says she was made in Taiwan. Okay. Let's have a look there. Dress with sash. Yep, that's that ribbon sash. Towel wrap. Small comb and brush. Large comb and brush. 2 barrettes. 2 hair combs. Hand mirror. Vanity tray. 5 pockets of non-toxic Magic Mist straightening powder. Bottle with spray. Cap. So you got the powder. You popped it in with some water in the bottle and you sprayed it on her hair and voila. And you straightened it out there and then you washed it out and fluffed it up again. To be honest, even after one straightening, I remember as a kid, it went kind of frizzy. You would get that frizz that you got on a lot of 1970s dolls over time. Well, this happened straight away. It never got back to that sort of like very fine separate curl there. Anyway, let's have a look at the side of the box there. Make her hair go fun and curly. I love it with the hair comb there. So it's kind of 70s, isn't it? Big afro-y type thing. But there we go. And there's like a fabulous shot of her in that Laura Ashley type prairie dress. Laura Ashley was so huge. I don't know if a lot of people remember that. I think she died in 1985 from memory. She fell down some stairs or something weird like that. But yeah, she was massive. And I heard that the company's making a comeback now. With all the cottage core. I mean, she did a collaboration with a top New York designer. So I think it was Bathsheba who specializes in, who's this hip New York designer who's specializing in those sorts of fashions again, those prairie fashions. Again, with a bit of a subversive edge, but, they collaborated with her, so they are making a comeback. So here we go, Magic Curl Barbie, straighten her hair for glamour looks. And there you go. I loved it with straight hair. I used to straighten my gal all the time. I'm not going to do it with these gals though, because as you can see, it does frizz on the ends, but I always thought it was kind of a very Shelley hack hairdo. The Charlie girl, the Revlon Charlie girl. I thought it was kind of what she would do there. And then she is wearing the towel wrap after she straightened her hair. And then you've got just the box ends that are usually the same. Curl, straighten, curl again. It's upside down, I know, I'm sorry. There we go. So there's the box. And this is Magic Curl Barbie out of her box, just still attached to her backing. I'm not going to take her off her backing or debox her totally. We'll leave all these in their packets there, but I should say that the sticky tape has all worn off or not so sticky now. It's not so sticky anymore. So, these baggies are kind of loose, but she came with quite a bit. I think that's the hair solution there. Yep, and that is the spray bottle that you spray the hair with. And she has a few things underneath there. She just has the towel wrap and her shoes. You can just see a bit of it there. And her brush and comb and all those things that you can see in the vanity mirror there, the mirror vanity thing there. So those things are there. She comes with the yellow open-toe shoes, as you can see. Just there, my camera is not cooperating, of course. There we go. Come on, there we go. And of course it came with the Barbie World of Fashion booklet. This one's from 1981. It also came with the instructions, the instruction book. There, let's have a quick flick through. We're not going to read the whole thing here, but I'll just squeeze through. If you want to read it, you can always freeze frame it. But that's how you prepare the solution. You put the Magic Mist powder into the bottle there. Put some water in. That's how to make the vanity. That's how to straighten the hair. Aren't these illustrations wonderful? How to recurl the hair. And some suggestions on some hairstyles, how to use the barrettes, and the hair combs. And warning, do not use a hairdryer on doll's hair. I actually did that when I had one as a kid, and yes, it frizzed out to no end and I could never get it back to what it was. So that was a good tip. But when you're a kid, you know, you try things. Oh, and the mail order form, yeah, for replacement packs. I never got any. I think, you know, I kind of got fed up with the hair just getting frizzier, and I just left it straight, and that was it. And there's the wonderful cover again. She also, of course, came with a Barbie fan club leaflet there that you could send off. The application form is void after the 31st of December 1983. A little while ago. I think I can't send it off anymore there, unfortunately. There it is there. I mean, I think we've seen them before. Were you a Barbie fan club member when you were a kid? I wasn't, but, you know, I wanted to be. It was all too hard, I guess, back then from Australia. And there she is one more time. I'll just take this away. That dress is very Laura Ashley. And oh, we should see underneath there. It's got like a little underskirt. Yeah. And she's held together, you know, she's held with some twist ties, that's about it. And, you know, just that little Dubawaki that's holding her feet together. I don't know what that's called. A little bit of cardboard there with a hole in it. See, everything's going to fall off if I do that. And a quick look at the brochure there, which I love doing, because I loved these as a kid. Illustrated all the photographed ones, didn't matter to me, I loved them all. I love the illustrations of the dolls there. I had all of these, except for Christie's there, they were hard to find. Look at Magical. Look at her hair there, wow. She's got a really small head and a big skirt. Oh, that could be the, no, that is the illustration, but yeah, I had Beauty Secrets, I had Happy Birthday. I didn't have my first, but I have it now. Golden Dream. I didn't have All-Star Ken or Western Ken. I had Western Barbie though. It's Barbie World of Fashion. Oh, let's have a look at the rest of it, of course. The Sensational Malibu dolls. I didn't have any of those. I think I had a few sun-loving ones there. Western Fashions, I had 3578. I remember that. That was everywhere. You can find that everywhere. Didn't like the Western Fashions so much though. They weren't really my jam, but anyway. Barbie Despies. And Ken Fashion Collectibles. I have that Hanes underwear set. Still in the pack, never removed. Might sell it actually if I get desperate. I always wanted to put it on a doll, but I never have. Anyway, let's have a look at the other side. And there's some lovely My First Barbie fashions. The design originals, I had 3798. I remember that really well. I love that thing. Love that outfit. Fashion collectibles, I had a few of these as a kid. I had that black and white jumpsuit, 3684. I had the blue sequin, oh not sequin, blue Lorex number, 3685. Had that little dress too, 3689. It was like embroidered. It was like a knit dress with embroidery on it. Didn't have many of the fashion favorites. They were harder to find in Australia. I really want 3787 now. Really, really, really want it. And there's some Skipper fashions as well. And the cover, let's see that there with Pink and Pretty on it from 1981. And there you have it. There's Magic Curl Barbie from 1981 in the Caucasian version and in the dark complected or black or African American version or whatever you want to call her there. One last look at the black version there. That fabulous Steffi mold face there, that's a favourite of mine. That was used for many dolls, Caucasian and African American. Was first used on Steffi in 1972, of course, as we know. For Walk Lively Steffi, Busy Steffi, Talking Busy Steffi, those girls. And of course it was also used for Black Barbie as well. Use that face mold. You can see her hair is actually quite soft. It's not coarse at all, and it still has that wonderful separate curl there, so it has never been straightened at all there. And she even has the original ribbon in her hair, tied in a bow. She also has, I don't know if you can see it there, but she has a rubber band that's still intact underneath there. It's under the ribbon bow there. And there's that wonderful dress. There's the ribbon sash there. And she also has, she doesn't have earrings, but she does have the ring. There, I'll try to focus. It's actually yellow rims, which my friend Dean Marine, and check out his videos on YouTube, he pointed that out. So it's beautiful. It's actually that, you know, the same Superstar Diamante, I guess you could call it, or diamond, but it's got a slight yellow rim around it, which is great, and the plastic there. And let's have a look at that lovely dress. I wasn't a big fan of Laura Ashley in the dress back in the day, in the early 80s, but I love this now because it's part of its time. You can see that she has a yellow underskirt, matching yellow underskirt, and of course those yellow open-toed shoes, which we love. I really like them, even though as much as I like the Superstar sandals, you know, with that little buttoned-up ankle strap. Let's see my first Barbie. Hello, girl, how are you? She's sitting there, and she also has her original yellow open-toed shoes there. I like the yellow ones for some reason. My first Barbie, I think, came out around the same time, about 1981. But yeah, let's have a look at more of that hair there. There we go. Let's see that wonderful big curly perm. I wish they called her Christy, actually. I wish it was like Magic Curl Christy, but I guess, you know, Barbie was in like different ethnicities there by the early 80s. So, you know, you had the Latin American, you had the African American, and then you had the Caucasian. So they were just calling them all Barbie, even though you still had friends, of course. And just one last look. Oh, we shouldn't look one more time at, yeah, the vanity there. With that clip-on mirror. So the mirror actually moves in that little thing there. And you've got all her purple accessories, yellow and purple, complementary colors, of course. And it's got the comb and the brush and the barrette and the hair comb there. So you can put in her hair, the decorative hair comb. And of course the yellow hand towel. So thanks very much for this trip back to the early 80s with Magic Curl Barbie from 1981. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon. Happy Easter and bye for now.